岡本は日本時間6月13日、本拠地で行われたヤンキース戦に5番3塁で先発出場しました。初回、西2塁で迎えた第1打席、左腕ライアン・ウェザーズの6球目、内角低めのスライダーをすくい上げると、打球はぐんぐんと伸び、レフトスタンド最上段の3階席へ飛び込む豪快な一発となりました。飛距離 128.9 メートル、打球速度 179.2 キロ、打球角度36度という衝撃的な本塁打に、本拠地のファンからは大歓声が沸き起こりました。この一発にはベンチのゲレーロも思わず頭を抱えるなど、驚きを隠せない様子でした。圧巻の一打に、現地実況席も大いに熱狂しました。これらの模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
And the Blue Jays lead 1-0. Here's Kazuma Okamoto, hitting .230, still leading the club in home runs with 13. Okamoto's done a much better job hitting fastballs than breaking balls this year. And Weathers has had a lot more success, as Joe told you, with the breaking stuff than the fastball. Goes with a fastball. The appeal, no swing. And it's 2-2. Big swing and a foul off by Okamoto. The strength of this Yankee team recently has been its starting pitching. They got some of the best starting pitching in the game, even though Garrett Cole didn't come off the IL until recently, and now Max Fried is on the IL, but Weathers capable, Will Warren having a good year, Cam Schlittler's terrific. There's one high and deep, down the left field line, gone! Into the 500 level! A towering shot off the bat of Kazuma Okamoto. And even his teammates can hardly believe what they just saw.
Weathers stayed away from him most of the at-bat, and then he buried a slider down and in, and did he ever clear it out of there. That's a long way from home plate.
And it is 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. One more look at this swing. The only question was, would it stay fair?
We've seen him handle the ball middle in so well, and this slider comes right down and into the barrel, right into his happy zone.
Lucas, it's a bouncer to the left side of the infield. McMahon will make the play to end the inning, but what an inning it is. First, the double by Kirk to drive in one, and then Vladdy says, "Are you serious?" Okamoto into the 500 level. Anybody, home or away, Blue Jay or visiting player hits a ball into the 500 level. Even Okamoto allowed himself a little smile when he got back into the dugout. Down and in right on the corner, and he just launched it, Joe.
Okamoto gets so loaded up into his swing, and then when you see that stride, he actually strides open a little bit. So he is gearing his path to middle in, and it's a secondary pitch, the slider coming right down middle in.
Vladdy's saying, you must be getting in the gym, you must be eating right, you're doing something right. Joe, he's got 40 RBIs now. I mean, he's hitting .230 and he's striking out a lot, but they have desperately needed the power and the run production that he has provided.
The kids would say that's sick pop.
Okamoto, 11 seasons with the Yomiuri Giants, 6-time All-Star in Japan, and he signed a 4-year, $60 million contract on July 4th with Toronto. Driven deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It is gone into the upper tank. What a shot by Okamoto. A 2-run blast. It's 3-0 Toronto.
Nothing cheap about that one. All the way to the top shelf, down the line.
If you want to count the luxury suite levels, that's the 5th deck. And he settled in nicely, just inside the foul screen. His 14th home run of the year.
Well, he's the only guy in the Blue Jays lineup with double-digit homers. Came in with 13, and now that's going to be 14. And a 2-run shot.
How many fans at Rogers Center did the double? If you did, I mean, you saw Kyle Laren goal at the World Cup and Kaz Okamoto go into the 500 level all on the same day. That's not
something
bad.
we haven't seen since 2017. Not often a Blue Jay hits it right up in that 500 level. What a game. So many things to talk about.
And for those wondering, that Okamoto home run into the 500 level, the first by a Blue Jay since Josh Donaldson in May of 2017. So it has been a while.
Wow. Further to what Shai said, with that first inning, Kirk's return, Kaz's bomb, the Yankees in town, sold-out crowd, could you kind of feel something early on, like this is kind of who we are?
Yeah, you could feel. I mean, it's always nice to jump out to a lead. You don't see many balls go up there where Kaz went, and yeah, I mean, baseball in the summertime here with the roof open and a big crowd is always fun, and it's all around good game.
I think everyone saw Vladdy's reaction to Okamoto's home run. What was your reaction?
Kind of the same way, just hoping it was fair. You knew it was going far. But yeah, it's hard to do. You don't see that very often, but that was about as pure as you can clip a slider and keep it fair. He's got some big time power, man. That's I think baseball fans, maybe not in the other dugout, but that's an impressive thing to watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, guys now are coming to pro ball with one Tommy John already, and then maybe having two while they're playing.
Ohtani's had the surgery and he's had a procedure, but I wonder how many imitators is he going to create in 5 years, 10 years that we do let somebody hit and pitch if they're like Skeens was a great hitter in Air Force Academy. I mean, he was a power hitter. I'm surprised that the Pirates wouldn't say, hey, why don't we get this novelty with Skeens and get him out there more often?
Absolutely. Or even Jack Caglione, right? Like, he went to Florida. He's a first rounder for Kansas City. He can do both. But even like there's always guys that can do both, right? I heard Dave Winfield was a great pitcher in college and, was able to kind of do both. I would have thought by now it would be way more guys, with at least the opportunity to hit and pitch. But even just seeing how good Caglione was in college doing both and then them just kind of turning him into a hitter, seems like, it is just, this one-off where Shohei's, the greatest baseball player of all time, and he's the only one that gets the, can do it on this level. So, hopefully there are more guys that can do this. I don't think anybody's going to be able to do it on the level that he's doing it, but there's definitely guys that can, do both.
Wait, you think he's going to be the greatest player of all time?
I think he already is.
The greatest of all time?
Who's better?
Well, I mean, Babe did. I mean, he won 92 games as a starter, and then you hit 714 home runs. And
yeah, that was a different time, though. Now he's playing in an era where this is the biggest, fastest, strongest era that we've ever seen, and he's the fastest, he's the biggest, he's the best. I mean, you combine them. He's one of the best hitters in the league, and he's one of the best pitchers in the league. And to be able to do it in this era, I think. My GOAT to me is Barry Bonds. Like, I'll never, he's always number one, but Barry can't go out and throw 7 shutout innings.
Shohei Ohtani is the best player on the planet. He might be the best player ever. So when anything happens, we're going to cover it at length, as we should. Dave Roberts said Ohtani felt discomfort in the back of his left knee/hamstring area while running the bases. This is Bill Plunkett's tweet. They took him out of the game to be proactive. He might even play in today's game. We might even find out if he's going to be playing in today's game by the end of this show. But forget about that for a moment, Adam. You just have to be so careful with this guy. And it's not even like a knock on his injury past. It's just that he's doing two things, right? His workload is heavier than everyone else. And he does have a past with that knee in 2019. And I'll get into it a little more as we talk here. But in 2019, he had the surgery and there's been some issues. I'll let you comment first, then I'll dig up the other tweet from Alden Gonzalez about it. Yeah, the knee. Yeah. Well, there you go. Surgically repaired September 2019.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be concerned. I mean, similar to Skubal with the Tigers, this is the Dodgers guy. This is the guy you can't lose. He's got to be out there in some capacity, pitching or hitting. Being that it's the left leg, it concerns me a little bit on the mound. That's your landing leg. You really need to brace your body as you come through with that leg. So I don't love that. I do feel like Shohei seems to have a total lack of respect for any type of injury he has. He just powers and comes right back even stronger. I mean, throwing 100 miles an hour off of double Tommy John. So he throws caution to the wind quite a bit, and that's obviously awesome to watch as a competitor. But if you're managing that situation, you got to be careful with this guy. There's no way you can lose him for an extended period of time. So I'm taking the decision out of his hands if it's up in the air a little bit here.
And listen, he's doing two things. People are like, oh, more players can do this. Not everybody was Deion Sanders. Bo Jackson. Those are freaks of nature too, as well. In the sports world, the guy's going to need a break here or there. And when do you give him that break? He's had a couple surgeries. He's a unicorn. Don't get me wrong, but when he lays at bed at night after every game, there's got to be like, oh man, some of these days it's 162 games. Like, guys, this is a long year. It's the longest season in sports that you play. Yeah, this is very concerning. Back of the knee, that's more meniscus. I'm just taking a guess here. I'm not saying what it is, but I've had that before. I had meniscus surgery, so I understand that's where it usually occurs. This is all speculation, but you never know exactly what that could be. Any discomfort for him, sit him down, take a couple days off, and, we'll see if anything else comes of it. But, yeah, it's very concerning.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Adam, I mean, he overcomes everything and then looks better and better, right? I mean, tell me what you're seeing from him on the mound, for example. This year, you've followed him. This is the best we've seen.
It's unbelievable, Scott. I mean, the double Tommy John, last year they built him up slowly. It worked out great. Won another MVP, won another World Series. I thought they were going to do the same thing this year, but I get the feeling like this guy needs a new challenge every single year. And this year, he's got his eyes set on that Cy Young Award. So he's come out guns blazing. He's a different pitcher almost every time he touches the mound, which is what a lot of the best guys in the game are doing right now, switching up their pitch mix. He's doing an incredible job of throwing 92, 93, and then 100 when he needs it. It's ridiculous to watch him. He's so skilled on top of being so physically talented. So it's just like we want to watch him out there as much as possible. And I'm just a little nervous about this, being that it's the left leg, but he does seem to find a way to bounce back quicker than other guys and to kind of put it behind him and out of his mind while he's actually competing.
Todd, Father, if you're managing him, what's the conversation like if he walks into your office today and says, "Hey, Skip, I'm good today"?
Yeah, no. Well, you got to get the prognosis first. You got to talk to the doctors, to the trainers, and I would wholeheartedly listen to them. I understand it that he wants to play. I get it. There's a lot of him. There's a lot of awards he can win, but ultimately he has to understand if they're wanting to win another championship, they're going to need him to be 100%, well, close to 100% healthy. Nobody's ever 100% right now, during the year. After spring training, I tell you what, if somebody says, oh, I'm 100% ready to go, they'd be lying to you, because there's no chance. You play with what you got, and you listen to your training staff, and if he's barking, hey, man, I got this, don't worry, but you're going to sit. It's my decision.